It took more than 3 years for this change. To clarify some of the changes for the COVID-19 restrictions that have been eased starting today, our Shin Ha-young joins me in the studio. Welcome, Ha-young.
Good evening, Jung-min.
So first, indoor masks. Where do I still need to wear them?
Starting Thursday, in places where it was previously mandatory, such as pharmacies and clinics, mask wearing is no longer required. However, the mask mandate still applies to hospitals and long-term care facilities, as well as other medical venues with high infection risks. And here, hospital refers to medical centers that have more than 30 wards and provide medical procedures for inpatients. And also, speaking of changes and measures, the 7-day mandatory isolation period is now reduced to a recommendation of 5 days. And this means that even those who still have time remaining on their isolation periods are now no longer obligated to.
And speaking of self-isolation, Ha-young, so what happens to students and workers if they catch virus and become sick?
Well, Jung-min, the Ministry of Education suggests that the students should not attend school for the recommended isolation period for 5 days. And if students are absent due to this reason, their attendance is recognized as long as they can show proof such as their test results or doctor's note. And if they need to take an exam, they're required to wear a mask while doing so and can use a separate exam room. And for companies, their workers, it varies. For example, Samsung Electronics implements 3 days of mandatory isolation, followed by 4 days of mandatory mask wearing. And SK Innovation recommends working from home for 5 days, while Lotte Group offers a choice between working remotely for 5 days or using annual leave. And the government is encouraging companies to establish a culture where individuals can take time off when they are sick. The Ministry of Employment and Labor recommends employees use paid or unpaid leave.
Of course, this does not mean that the virus is completely gone. And will there be some corresponding adjustments to the government measures for vaccination or treatment?
Well, there are still over 10,000 new cases every day, and the risk of new variant emerging remains. So the government has decided to maintain the free COVID-19 vaccinations and treatment. And it also decided to continue providing financial support for individuals with a median income of 100% or below. And only those who choose to follow the 5-day recommended isolation period are eligible to get the financial support.
All right. Thanks for the wrap-up, Ha-young.
My pleasure.